Hello and welcome back, my friends. If you're new here, my name is Laura, and I make videos about hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome to help educate, raise awareness, and share my experience and advice living with this condition. Today, I'd like to talk about how to be a better parent to a child with Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. Now, full disclosure, I do not have any kids, and I was diagnosed at the age of 30, so I didn't grow up knowing that I had EDS, and I can't talk from any actual life experience, so I will simply share my thoughts on the subject. Please feel free to add your advice in the comment section. My first piece of advice for parents of EDSers is to believe them. When your child is complaining about a symptom to you, please listen and give them the initial benefit of the doubt and believe them. It's important for children to feel heard, especially when it comes to medical issues. Every person is different, so even if you yourself have EDS, their symptoms can look wildly different than your own. So please listen, ask questions, believe them, and advocate for them at doctor's appointments. Tip number 2. This is going to somewhat contradict tip number 1, but please hear me out. Use your special parental powers of discernment. Most parents are pretty good at telling what tears are real tears and when their kids aren't being entirely truthful. At around age 5 or 6 years old, I remember on at least one occasion faking being sick to get out of going to school. It's not unusual for kids to fake illness or exaggerate their symptoms to get out of doing something that they don't want to do. Kids will constantly test what they can get away with, and it's important to teach them at a young age to not use their condition as a crutch or a way to get out of doing the things that they need to do. I remember my little brother faking being bad at doing certain chores just so that my mom wouldn't ask him to do them. So in general, believe them, but use some discernment. If you are ever not sure if they are being dishonest, err on the side of caution and assume they are telling the truth. Tip number 3. Teach your child healthy habits. This is important for all parents, but I think especially so for children with chronic conditions. Teach your child healthy eating habits and give them a healthy relationship with food. Teach your child how to safely exercise and try to make it fun. Teach them how to listen to their bodies, such as knowing when to stop doing a certain activity or how to effectively manage their pain. Your child already has some cards stacked against them with their health, so helping them learn to live a healthy lifestyle will give them the best possible chance to maintain their health. Tip number 4, don't overprotect them. I'm somewhat thankful that my parents didn't know I had HEDS growing up because they might have chosen to shelter me from certain aspects of my childhood, such as keeping me from trying sports. I tried almost every sport growing up, and while I was equally terrible at most, they kept me active and taught me about good sportsmanship and teamwork. My years doing martial arts in my teens and early 20s are some of the best memories I have, and I can't imagine not having that in my life. While contact sports and high-impact activities are generally not advised for those with EDS, every child is different. If your child isn't severely affected by their joint hypermobility, I don't see anything wrong with letting them try sports, especially if it's something they're super excited to try. You can always talk to their coach about ways to make things safer for them, or pull them out of the sport if they get injured too much. Minor sports injuries are pretty common in the general population and shouldn't be a deterrent from letting your kid do sports. While it's important to keep your child's health and safety in mind, it's also important to try to give them as normal of a childhood as possible, so try not to limit them too much with normal childhood activities. Tip number 5, don't overthink it. The main job of a parent is to raise functional members of society. Teach them the life skills they need to be successful, happy, and functional adults. This includes all of the normal stuff like how to do house chores, how to make friends, how to use manners, how to stick up for themselves and others, and helping them pick a fulfilling career. Those life lessons just might have some modifications with their health and ability in mind. No parent is perfect, but if you make an effort to keep your kids healthy, happy, and kind, you're doing a pretty good job. What is some of your advice for parents of EDS children? Let me know down in the comment section. If you thought this video was helpful, please click on the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel, and don't worry, it's completely free. As always, thanks for watching and see you next time.